Hello everyone, I hope you're all well today. Today I want to talk about having an emergency/survival plan for you and your family. We're going to have a meeting in my family tonight to discuss these things, and we had each member of the family make a list. If you live alone, you can make your own list, of course. And I just wanted to share with you the things that I came up for the meeting tonight. I thought it may be helpful to someone else, and you may already know these things, you probably do. But anyway, I wanted to share them with you. And number one is, if you own your home, do your best to hold on to that home. I feel like inflation may get worse before it gets better. It's pretty bad right now. I know the cost of food is very high, and I don't see it coming back down from the studies that I've done. And it may even go up some more. We're going to have tariffs and things like that on certain foods. I looked at a little bottle of sage last night. It was almost $10, a little spice bottle. So just things like that. Not to panic, but just to be aware of these things. But if you own your home, try to hold on to your home. That's number one. And if you're renting, of course, just do what you can to make sure you have that rent money every month. Number two, watch your spending. Spend only for needs if possible right now. Cut back where you can. If you're spending on extra items or things that you really don't need, you may be able to look at that and cut back in some areas. Number three, have some supplies stocked. Shelves are already bare in a lot of stores near me. Not completely empty, but just a lot of areas are bare. And I think there's already some panic buying out there, I've noticed. And some of the good things that you can stock up are flour, cornmeal, oil, sugar, yeast. You can make your own bread. And you need to really store water, because it's very important that we have water, more than food even, because you cannot live more than 3 days without water. So it's good to have a good supply of water. I think they say 2 gallons a day per person in your household. I'm not sure if that's correct, but it's something like that. Have dried beans and rice. Those are good things that you can keep for a long time. They have a long shelf life. Canned meats, if you eat meat, some other canned vegetables. Just have something extra stocked up, and just keep that in a rotation. When you go to the store, buy an extra item and rotate that. And number four, plant if you can in the spring. Plant a garden. If you have an area in your yard that you could use for planting, if you have a big yard, that's good. Have a garden. If you have a small yard, even if you can just plant a small plot, a hill of squash will yield a lot of squash, just one little area of squash. You can plant some beans. You can start saving your seeds from the foods you get now, and you can plant those and they will come up. You can plant beans right out of a bean bag, the dried beans. But you can also buy your seeds, of course. But planting a garden is a good idea. Just make your own food. And when your harvest comes in, you can do some canning or freezing of those items. Number five, have an emergency family plan in case of an event. This could be a weather event, a snowstorm where you're locked in, or a hurricane sometimes. Any kind of weather event. It could be a civil unrest event. We don't know what's going to happen. And it's just good to be prepared. You don't have to panic, but just be prepared. And if you're prepared, you are less likely to panic. So if you're separated from family members, decide what you're going to do. Sit down and talk about it. Are we going to shelter in place, which is probably the best idea to do, is to shelter in place. Just have that agreement that that's what you're going to do. And if you're not able to get in contact with your loved one, not to panic, to try to wait it out until you are able to contact that person again. Number six, if you have a car that is paid for, hold on to that car and just keep up with the maintenance on that vehicle. That is a good thing to do, is to not have a car payment. If you do have a car payment, that's okay. Try to maintain those payments. And number seven, plan for below freezing weather in the wintertime. We're having to do that here because I live in Georgia, and we're not used to cold weather. But we have in our forecast for the next 4 days to be below not below freezing. Yes, below freezing, yeah. Like in the teens anyway. See, I can't even talk about it properly because I'm not used to it. So it's going to be in the teens, and the highs in the daytime are going to be around freezing. So we're having to go and think about, our pipes going to burst? We need to go outside. We need to wrap all the faucets and make sure we drip the faucets at night. Open the cabinet doors under the sinks to let them get warm air to the pipes. That is a good thing, and hopefully we won't have burst pipes. But these are some things you can do to plan for emergencies or events. And if you have a plan set already, you will feel less stressed about it if and when it does happen. So I hope these tips were helpful, and I hope you have a great day. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.